Beautiful day. You know, I just, you got to come out here and you got to get grounded sometimes. Matter of fact, you got to get grounded all the time. And these times, you want to be grounded all the time. You want to stay sane. The world is changing. And it's changing right in front of our eyes. Time is going faster. Faster than it ever did before. If we can't experience it, if we can't really see what's really going on, then we need to really sit back and really think. But you know what? Just like I tell each and every one, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna endure it, I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna grow. And I'm gonna be better and better and better. Yeah. Changes. Change is good. But in order for you to change, you gotta learn. You gotta learn from what you go through. You gotta learn from your experiences. You gotta learn from your wrongs. And you gotta acknowledge your rights. So yin and yang truly is. It's a wrong and a right. It's a good, it's a bad. We need to really start seeing life for really what it is. And really eliminate these distractions. The media, the news, these celebrities that y'all don't even see, but they're using them in the wrong way, Because how can we go by people that's living in the wrong way? We can't go by people that's living in the wrong way, because then we're being misled. And to be misled is not right. We need the truth. We need to bring back the real human race back. The real value of humanity. Our creation. We need to go back and remember how we were created, how we were formed, and what makes us so special. Because each and one of us are special. But in order for you to know that, you got to really learn yourself. You got to eliminate distractions. You got to want it. You ask and you shall receive. But you got to do it genuinely. You got to really want it. See, at the end of the day, we control our lives. At the end of the day, we have power in us. We have magic, all the etc. But if we don't acknowledge that, then we're not able to use it. This journey in life, it's been a wild one. Especially going back, and I do a lot of reflecting, I do a lot of reminiscing, because that's what brings me of like, wow, on how I've grown up. How the things that back then where I felt that was cool to me are not cool. Ego, I've learned that really, believe it or not, it really sets you back. Because sometimes we can let our ego get the best of us. That's not what life is about. Life is learning, growing, and wanting to be better. But I tell you this, it's beautiful because I make my life beautiful. When I wake up, I look at the beauty. I look at the trees, I look at the birds, I look at, something that I've seen as far as this papaya tree right here that I have in my backyard. It was once like this tall at one point in time. And just see like the growth But what we don't realize is that plants, animals, it really does reflect off of us. Because at the end of the day, everything is growing. Everything starts from something to something. You know, a plant starts from a seed. A baby starts from two sperms connecting and making something amazing, a beautiful creation. I tell you this, man, I'm joyfully, I'm blissfully, like, no matter what, you see this, like, it's at the end of the day, man, only you can create your own happiness. Only you can bring whatever you want and whatever you feel, only you can bring that within you. You know, if you want to stay in something that's keeping that away from you, that's keeping your peace, that's keeping your happiness, because at the end of the day, life to me is not living if you don't have peace or happiness. It's not. If you live in a life of chaos, if you living in something that's always negative, to me, that's not living, that's not life. But the thing is, you can change that. And I'm telling you, you can change that. And everything that I'm speaking on is from personal experience. Real deal personal experiences. For all the people that have came across my path and my journey in life. And the journey continues. But guess what? I sit back, like I said, I reminisce back then compared to now. Can't nothing affect me now. Can't nothing bother me. Can't nothing have me lash out, because I done came to the point at life and more understand that life is like, I was lost. Honestly, I was lost, man. I was lost and caught up in this illusion of this world, you know, looking at things as like, oh, I had to have this or be this way to be accepted. No, man, I tell anyone, just be yourself. Love yourself and be true to yourself. And I tell you that, that's when you go see the true beauty. True beauty is actually really being real to yourself, being true to yourself, and loving yourself and honoring yourself. Standing on principles, living with morals. Yeah, I know in this time of days, you know, those words don't even exist. But I tell you this, I'm gonna die on them. I'm gonna leave this world on them. Because guess what? All that comes with character. And I'm big on character. But I tell you this, our hardships or what we go through in life, you got a choice though. You got a choice if you're gonna let that run your life, or you got a choice to learn from it, grow from it. And a lot of things you went through in the past, you no longer go through them no more, because guess what? You know better. And if you know better, you shall do better. We speak so much about, you know, the Almighty, the Creator. But what we all fail to remember is that wisdom and knowledge, that comes from not being a fool. The word in the Bible, fool, is in there so many times, but it's in there for a reason. And one thing I've learned in life is that we create, really, our reality. We create our own world. Our world is what we make it. Our life is what we make it. God gave us choices and decisions. He gave that to each and one of us when we entered this world. Followers, that same energy that we use on followers, we need to use on ourselves. Some of us use so much energy on people, and a lot of times it's people that we don't even know. And I'm gonna tell you, 9 out of 10 times, these same people that we following, or these same people that we look at as idols, they're not even right within themselves. And I'm telling you this, they're not. I'm not, man. Like I said, it's two things, the good or bad. It's a good and evil, man. But I tell you this, man, with all that I went through and with all the things that I've been in life, I tell you this, man, to still be here, shit. Maybe I just feel like I gotta be the real symbol of the reasoning of on why things happen, and to show that at the end of the day, you control your life. At the end of the day, you putting up with somebody that's abusing you, that's using you, that's mistreating you. I had to learn it myself. People gonna only do what you allow them to do. At the end of the day, whatever you allow a person to do, they're gonna do. But then again, this is what you gotta ask yourself: how much do you love yourself? Because you love yourself, you're not gonna be putting up with things that you know ain't right, or you're not gonna put up with someone that's not treating you like how you would treat them. We learned this since elementary school. Treat others as how we want to be treated. But it's so crazy the things that I've learned and grown that like a lot of it's vanished, because in today's days, a lot of things that I grew up on, real true values, they're no longer being put out there like they should be. They're no longer being taught to the youth. I think we're not really realizing that our youth is our future. And if we mislead the youth, we're in real trouble. But I hope somebody out there took this message and it really had them, and it hit their heart. Because it's all that I'm saying is coming from the heart, genuinely. We got to do better. We got to do better. But we got to want better. We got to want it. Because a lot of this stuff, like they say, when you die, you can't go with it. No, man, I just really sat back and really had to think about the real value of life is really you knowing you. You knowing you, and you being true to you, and you loving you. Yeah, they say it come in threes, right? That's just like the body. We got the mind, we got the body, we got the spirit. But let me really break it down. We got the mind, which is the brain. You know what I'm saying? We got the body, which is the flesh. This right here, this is all flesh, man. Then we got the most important part, which is the spirit, the heart. Without the heart, we don't breathe. The world the way it is because we don't think from within. We think from the flesh. We also think from the mind. And when your mind is being controlled by the media, false narratives, and being misled by lies, and not really thinking about when the lies are being told to you, not sitting back and thinking like, that don't make sense. Well, if it don't make sense, let me do some research on it. Like the saying goes, make it make sense. So make it make sense. But it's gonna always be positive vibes, positive ways, because at the end of the day, that's the way I choose to live my life. No matter what. Because at the end of the day, I've learned to control my mind, knowing that this being, this creation, this human being right here, just is fully in tune with inside, within him, within who he is, and love who he is. Because you lack self-value. If you don't have no value to yourself, I tell you this, you really like not seeing life for really what it is. Like I said, man, I don't watch the news. I don't watch none of that. My life you know, is actually seeing real evolution to me. Like just seeing things like this, my rose thorn bush, and just seeing the brightfulness, the color. It's things, the beauties be right in front of us, and we don't even sit and think about it because we're so distracted by things that don't really, are even really good for us. Cell phones, all this technology. Families are no longer socializing. I mean, socializing to everybody now is phones, not actually going in person and actually, you know, spending time with them and seeing them and actually, you know, experiencing that the real true moments. Because at the end of the day, our flesh, our body, will die one day. Only the spirit remains. Our spirit is our energy. We're energy. So like the saying goes, which is one of my favorite, you can't live a positive life with a negative mind. And thoughts is really everything. Our thoughts is what creates our emotions. So some of us just got to change our thoughts. We got to change the way we think, because that's the beginning. Once we change the way we think, we begin to change different eras of our life to making them better and improving. And that's what life is about. Life is about progressing. Just like how we can have these trees. One thing about that tree, you don't even know, it probably been there 50, 60 years. And it goes through its seasons, but it's still standing strong and it's still standing tall. And that's what we got to do as people, no matter what we go through. Because that determines the outlook. That determines the outcome. Well, I'm going to end this right now with this, is that take the time out. Really, really, really take the time out to actually just even you gotta come outside. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take off your shoes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get grounded. I tell you, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful to see, like, you know, when you reflect and you see like all the things that you've gone through, but to actually see and you fast forward and you be like, wow, like you actually acknowledge the growth within you and seeing the true reality of life and seeing who you once was is transforming to something better and something greater. And it's being witnessed, and I'm witnessing it, you know? So I tell you this once and again, love yourself, be true to yourself. And be thankful and be grateful. No matter what, be thankful and be grateful. Because as long as you living, you can always make something happen. As long as you living, you can change circumstances. As long as you living, you can do better and better and better. And I'm telling you, to sit and actually witness it as it evolves, there's no greater feeling than that. There's no material thing. There's nothing that could be even greater than that. You knowing you, there's no greater feeling than you actually knowing you and you loving you and you being true to yourself. And you thinking from within. When you used to think from out. When you used to think from the flesh. Nah, everything is inner now. Because the inner is what's real. Love you all.